So we're heading out today. It's about 10 now. I'm gonna stop at the general store, buy a bottle of water with a bigger nozzle on it because I have to spoon in instant coffee. I couldn't find any packets anywhere in this town. If I'm hiking by noon now, it'd be great. I could have gotten an earlier start, but I sat around listening to people talking, signing logbooks. I really took my time getting out of there this morning, eating breakfast. So just trying to get back on trail. It's 11 o'clock and now the real work begins. I'm at the Forest Ranger Station, hitchhiking on 108, hoping to get up to Sonora Pass. It's only been about 5 minutes, but it's been a rough go. Most of the traffic at this intersection is turning left, and most of the traffic coming towards me is taking a right and going into Pinecrest. It would be the same down at the strawberry store, but at least every car driving by would be going my way and I wouldn't be watching people turn off. Strawberry store is a friendly place to hitch. So I'm back at the strawberry store. This nice guy gave me a ride down here. Okay, we're going for the triple hitch. I was lucky enough to get a ride from this nice woman, Karen, at the strawberry store, who was coming up to Kennedy Meadows. So I pulled off the triple hitch. It's about 1:15. We'll see what we can do. Doesn't matter how many miles we hike. We'll just hike till 8 o'clock and do the best we can, see what we can get. We have 75 miles to South Lake Tahoe. I was hoping to maybe take 15 miles out of that, but it doesn't matter if we get 10 or 12. Okay, now we're back on the PCT. It took about 2 hours and 45 minutes from when I really started hitching. I left Cookie's cabin probably at 10 and got to the general store and I ate, and I probably left there at 10:30. Half-heartedly tried to hitch and then just walked down to the ranger station. So really, maybe it took 2 hours and 15 minutes once I started hitching from the ranger station. But anyway, on my way in to Pinecrest, I thought this could be a difficult out-of-town scenario, but it wasn't that bad. That's part of the charm of the PCT. Pinecrest was worth the rest and relaxation, and I got everything I needed there. 3.5 days to South Lake Tahoe, and I'm going to try to go with shorter food carries, and I'm going to try to stick to resupplies that are closer to the trail for as long as I can. Picking up right where we left off. They said we were going downhill on the way in, and now we're going uphill. I hope I end up over that way and not that way. I'm really blown away by the mountains on this side. I apologize if I just keep filming them, but they are stunning. And sometimes we're walking over snow today, just like we were Sunday when we were heading towards 108. And nothing today has been even close to as, I don't know how to describe it because it wasn't tough Sunday. But these have been shorter and even better packed. It was just sprinkling. I put the rain jacket on, not the pants. Then I unzipped the raincoat, took the hood off, and I thought things were going pretty well. I'm going down into a valley. Now all of a sudden, it started hailing. I'm gonna have to put the hood back up just for protection. It's bouncing off my noggin and my shoulders. I don't know. I assume you can see it. It's all over the place, bouncing off the ground. You gotta be able to see it bouncing off of me. It's starting to hurt. Hitting me in the head. So I thought I might have seen lightning before, but I wasn't sure. But I definitively just saw a flash of lightning. So I'll come across this camp, and these people have already set up their tents. Maybe they set up their tents before it started to rain, before it started to hail, and before it started to lightning. But it's been a thunder shower for 10 or 15 minutes, like a steady stream of thunder. But I just saw the first flash of lightning, so I'm gonna keep hiking. No, you're out here. So are they better off in their tents under those trees with lightning? Or am I better off hiking? If I feel like it's getting close, like I just saw the flash of lightning, I didn't even hear it strike. I'm gonna try to keep hiking though. That's my game plan. Hopefully I hike out of it or it stops. So this is what we're doing right now. I don't even know if this is the safest thing to do. It's something I've always looked for on the Appalachian Trail. I've looked for more overhanging rocks that you could get under and have enough space to really camp comfortably. For right now, I just found a rock that I can sit under, and I think just the toes of my trail runners are getting wet. It's dripping down a little bit on me, on my legs, but not a lot. I'm in my rain gear, so I was able to get my pack under here, and I'm under here. I am not the highest point, but lightning can hit this rock, or it can hit one of those trees, I suppose. It's not a long-term plan. I'm sitting, so I couldn't really sleep here. I've hiked 7 miles. It's 4:30. Ideally, I'd keep hiking another 3.5 and go 7 more miles, and then I'd be like 14 miles for the day at a nice tent site with water. But right now, I just was getting soaked. My bear can fell off, which is pretty startling. The bear can gets wet, the pack gets wet, and it hits you in the arm and makes a loud noise. You probably would never drop it without knowing it, but in a thunder and lightning storm, it's pretty startling to get hit in the arm with your bear can when it comes off your back. So I just wanted to stop and see if this calms down a little bit, or see if it blows over. It seems to be raining more now than hailing, but the thunder's still pretty consistent, and I'd love a break in the rain, but I could set my tent up in the rain if I had to. Chocolate milk, anyone? It would have been a wonderful place to shower if it were hot out and not raining. Still some beautiful views. It has picked up raining, it's let down raining. The thunder and lightning seems to be under control. I'm content to hike until about 8 o'clock unless I find the perfect spot, or it stops raining and I find the perfect spot, some sort of combination of things happening. But I'm happy to just go until 8 o'clock, and that would be about 14 miles. There's 3 tent sites in that area, and I'll set my tent up and weather like this if I have to. It's good practice. I need to be sure I can get dry and warm in conditions like this. The mountain did start going up, but it had already slowed down raining, and the thunder and lightning were far enough apart that it led me to believe that it was far away and it was dying down. It wasn't nearly making as much noise rumbling as it was earlier. So I just kept going. I think I just heard a boom. So I kept going because the plan was to hike till 8 o'clock, and it was raining lightly and the thunder was quieting down. So now I'm pretty much at the top of whatever summit this is, and I'm gonna look at far out, but it's calmed down. It's barely drizzling, if it is at all. It could be the wind just blowing the raindrops out of the trees. and there's really no thunder and lightning. Not quite clear skies, but that's okay. We're looking far out. We'll go to that 14-mile day at, I think, mile 10,032, that neck of the woods, and there's water there and 10 sites, and as long as we have a flat place where we fit, we'll stop there and hopefully get warm and dry, and we'll see how condensation goes tonight. If it's not raining, then I can open up the flaps, but if it seems like it's going to rain at all, I have to have the flaps closed, and pretty sure that'll equal condensation. So it's 9, and everything's just a little bit wet, except for the tent. The tent's dry. Pack is soaked. The outside of the clothing bag was a little wet. The food bag was wet, but that didn't affect the food very much. I just have some holes in my pack liners. So a lot of my dry sacks got wet. The tent dry sack, the food dry sack, like I mentioned, the quilt the quilt sack got wet. Everything I'm wearing is wet, but the quilt itself didn't get too wet. Ooh, just spots. So I got to camp late, around 8 o'clock, so it's damp, but I'll still be able to get under that, and hopefully it'll dry from my body heat. It's just spots that are wet, patchy spots. I don't even know if you can see it. But then the sleeping pad, it's just out on the outside of my pack. I used to keep this in a plastic bag on the Appalachian Trail so it wouldn't get wet. Now it's not saturated, but it is damp. So I'm torn between not using it. It's just going to be under my sleeping pad. So it's just going to be my tent floor, the bottom of my sleeping pad that comes in contact with it. But, I don't really want to bring moisture into my tent. That's the thing. But I do want to protect the sleeping pad. That's the whole point of this. So it's damp, but it's not bad. I'm going to bring it into the tent. It's drier than the quilt probably. So I really want to get in my tent and get out of these wet clothes and get into dry clothes. But the thing is, once I do that, my shoes are wet. I don't want to put them back on. I might have to, but I really don't want to get out of the tent once I get in it. But we'll see how that goes.